G'day, I'm Tim Thompson, and today I'm on the banks of the Billabong Creek in Walbundry, New South Wales, to talk to Tim White, a local fencing contractor, to get his tips on installing steel stay end assemblies to last floods that cover trees. Tim, how are you, mate?
Real well, Tim.
Mate, it's lovely to meet someone with such a fantastic name. Now, you're a local fencing contractor around this area.
Yep.
So you use steel end assemblies all the time,
I
and
do.
You've got one system of
That's
fencing,
right.
Tim.
Yep.
And that is a welded stay at the top.
Yep.
And it sits on a floating fence line concrete block at the other end.
That's right.
Now, how long have you been using that system for?
Since 2008.
So it's a fair while.
With the block, yes. Before that, I was concreting them in the ground.
And you reckon the block's better?
Yes. Yes.
What's your reason for that?
I can work on them that day.
Okay, so you just put them in place, set your end assembly up, and you're done. You can run wire out.
That's it.
Whereas if you're trying to stick stuff in the ground, you've got to wait for it to settle and all the rest of it.
That's it.
Now, we've had a fairly significant flood here, haven't we?
That's right.
How high above this post do you reckon it was?
Approximately 8 metres.
So that's right up this hill,
Yep.
right up to the house?
Yep. It was sandbagged around the house, but it didn't get to the sandbag, so
So most of these trees would have been at least halfway underwater.
pretty well.
And these posts have survived.
That's right.
No erosion visible underneath the blocks there.
No, they're all still covered up.
But there is a bit of erosion around the base of the post.
That's right.
But they haven't jacked.
No, they're still sitting pretty sweet.
And you're putting that down to something, aren't you?
Well, I fitted these clips on the bottom of them.
So this simple little fence line clip,
That's it.
and this segment's sponsored by Fence Line, so we've got to talk about the product. There you go,
Yeah.
paid endorsement. But this is actual true fair income experience of yours.
That works,
You
yeah.
put these clips on the bottom of these posts. Now
Yeah.
they're 8-foot posts, 4 foot in the ground, 4 foot out,
That's right.
and there's incredible erosion around the bottom of them. But there's obviously enough at the bottom for these clips to grab onto sitting inside, because they sit inside the post like that, don't they?
Yeah.
And you reckon that's held them in the ground?
I think so. Well, there's no other real reason because the ones I haven't fitted with clips have come out of the ground.
And you've got some of them up there on the other bend of the creek.
Yeah.
So there's no proof of anything working unless you compare it with something that you didn't do it to.
That's
and
it.
you've got that right here on the one property.
That's it.
So can we go and have a look? We've got a surviving end assembly here that's
Yeah.
holding the wires nice and tight. It's been under 8 metres of water. A little bit of damage around the base of the post with a bit of erosion, but it hasn't moved.
That's right.
Can we go and have a look at the posts that you didn't put these simple, tiny little clips on
Yep.
and see what happened to them?
I reckon. Sounds good, Tim.
So another post, Tim.
Yeah, this one had a clip on it. Or
Okay.
2 clips on it. And
Yep.
it's still here.
And that was 8 metres underwater.
8 metres.
And you said somewhere up here there's another one that didn't have clips on it?
Yeah, this one just here. That's where an 8-foot post was in the ground.
So where?
Over here.
I don't see an 8-foot post, mate.
No, it's gone.
So
Long
you're
gone.
telling me that hole,
That's right. That's where it was.
and is that why there's that bit of bent metal over there?
That's right. It stays bent and the water's taken it away.
Did you find it?
Yeah, it was all here, probably just past where the camera is. So, yeah,
Unreal, hey. So clips,
no clip.
no clips.
Well,
I think in
so.
science you call that a trial, don't you?
I reckon. Yeah,
There's learning to be had in every situation, isn't there?
that's true. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
using a lot more now on these sort of situations.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
a little bit of
right.
price, it costs us nothing really. Not to have to come back and do it again.
Your intention when you put a fence in is you don't come back.
No,
because you
they're
don't have to.
monuments.
Now I'll be the first to admit it seems ridiculous that a little wire clip could make so much difference. So we organised a trial with Tim. We banged in 2 steel posts the same distance into the ground, one with clips on it, one without, pulled them out with the front end loader. And I think the video shows there's a bit of a difference. If you're like me and you don't like buying expensive things to hold posts in the ground, this trick was shown to me by Tom Barrett from Bright Simply cut an H into both sides of the bottom end of your post. Then get your fencing bar and open up the tab that you've made. Now I've got a wedge in the bottom of the post that's going to build up pressure above it like a cone in the soil. And I've also got a bent-in tab that's going to clear out the centre of the post, stopping the compacted dirt from making it hard to drive the post. This is something you can do to make posts easier to drive by hand and stay in the ground even longer and stronger in wet and boggy areas like I'm working today. That tip was thanks to Tom Barrett from Bright.